In today's video, we are going to learn how to use negative space to create stunning websites. So what is negative space? Well, positive space is the part that's filled with the subject or other focal points. Negative space takes up the rest. However, just because negative space is hollow, that doesn't mean it's unimportant. It draws attention to the positive space. So how about some examples of negative space? Well, take a look at the FedEx logo. You see purple and orange letters, right? As some of you know, there's an arrow in the white space. The outline is created just like the positive space is created. The NBC Peacock does the same exact thing. While the point of negative space is usually to put the focus on the positive space, it sometimes becomes the focus in clever designs. Here's another example. Look how the wolf's teeth form a tree. Of course, most of the time you think of negative space like it's seen here on our website. Our homepage has a bunch of information, but it's not overwhelming because of the way we've spaced it out. There's a few types of negative space. Micro and macro refers to the size of the negative space in a composition. Active and passive refer to what those areas do for the user. Websites with small amounts of macro negative space tend to be highly informative. Websites with large amounts of macro negative space are often minimalist or showcase luxury. Active negative space adds to the page structure, improves the flow of content, and guides the user where you want them to go. Passive negative space improves the look of the website, but doesn't move the user through any specific flow. When you have to squeeze a ton of information onto one page, figuring out where to place the negative space becomes tricky, especially if that information is text heavy, which can look cluttered fast. Hosting Dude is a great example of too much positive space. The New York Times, on the other hand, has figured out how to pack their homepage with their news without driving your eyes crazy, and it's all thanks to spacing. While there's not a lot of room for macro space, they've taken advantage of micro space. Even though the elements on Hosting Dude are closer together, the elements on the New York Times website look more unified thanks to the extra space between them. The eye has an easier time making sense of the page, which gives it a more complete, cohesive design. When the eye has the opportunity to rest, it's better able to take in what it's seeing. Negative space believes that less is more. The problem is, clients see even more room to squeeze in important money-making information. They feel that blank space is space wasted. Designers, on the other hand, see the visual break the eye needs to actually soak up the information that already exists. They know that all space on a website is important, even the space that's free of content. This is where mockup and prototyping tools come in handy. Show the client two versions of their website, one with a pleasing amount of negative space and one that's overloaded with positive space. Have them look at the websites side by side and ask them to play around. My guess is that they'll have an easy time navigating the well-designed website and feel lost on the poorly designed one. That doesn't mean you won't get a client who still wants the poorly designed one. And there you go. Now you have a better idea of what negative space is and how you can use it to create stunning websites. If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to give it a like and subscribe for more content. With that said, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.